Good morning.
Rabbi Prague,
Yes, good morning.
could I ask you a question?
Yes.
On Motzei Shabbat, how does it work with Havdalah and Kriyat HaMegillah?
In most, depends when they read the Megillah in your shul. In my shul, these people have to carry the Megillah. So everyone makes the Havdalah in the house. Then you come to shul to hear the Megillah. If in your shul, let's say they read it right after Arbit, then you make the Havdalah later.
After the Megillah, in other words.
Right. But reading the Megillah is not really connected to Havdalah. I mean, so you understand, in my shul, many people or ladies want to carry with them certain stuff. So we read the Megillah approximately 40 minutes, 45 minutes after Shabbat is out. So it comes in.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
We said yesterday that we are dedicating this week's shiur to Daniel Shimon Ben Sharon, who was buried this week. So I'm reading the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot. Yehoshua ben Prachia Omer, Asher lecha Rav. See, באמת, if you learn Pirkei Avot well, someone wrote, there are books written on it. Each one of them said many things. But what he used to repeat, because of his Yehoshua ben Prachia, according to Chazal, was the mentor of Jesus. Yehoshua ben Prachia didn't realize that he is basically having this type of a student. And when Rab Shimon ben Shetach was trying to execute all the Chachamim, he ran to Egypt. Yehoshua ben Prachia. He comes back, and they stayed in a certain motel, whatever. And the woman, the owner of the motel, really treated him very nice. And Rabbi Yehoshua ben Prachia said, תשמע, זה מאוד מעניין, כמה נאה אכסניה זו. Hospitality is a beautiful hospitality. This is a Gemara. So the Gemara says, Jesus says to him, Rabbi, Einea Tutoche, look at her eyes, she's not a good-looking woman. He meant to praise the hospitality. Yeah. Anyway, he kicked him out. So Rabbi Yehoshua ben Prachia realized, yes, how careful you have to be when you have a student, because each one of those close circle students of every real Tanakh got much more information than ordinary people. So Aseh lecha Rav means in every move in your life, discuss it with someone. I mean, you don't need a Mishnah to tell you, but in your life, ben beruchliyut, ben begashmiyut. If you ask other people, they give you a different perspective and many decisions or many ways we look on life. It's mind-boggling. Uknei lecha chaver. You realize, Aseh lecha Rav, uknei lecha chaver, even if you have to pay for it. והווה דן את כל האדם לכף זכות. Okay, so there are a million commentators, depends on the rabbi, depends on the year, depends on the Shabbat, depends on the shul. But the way the Mishnah is writing it, והווה דן את כל האדם. Not כל אדם. כל אדם means everyone. כל האדם means try to understand if you are in his shoes in this situation. But when you look at a person, you make a judgment, look at the entire people. Dozens of stories and years.
Usually people make a judgment on other people based on themselves.
100%. As a matter of fact, the Hasidic masters always say that things that we see during the day is basically a message to us. It's a mirror. It's to remind you. Whenever you look at them, you have a view, otherwise you wouldn't see it. As Rani always says, you go to a wedding, he looks at shoes. His wife, my wife looks always. My wife can give you a drawing on every gown and every wedding. She's a designer. No, but
And
automatically,
now it's your focus.
automatically. Some people open the Times. They used to open the Times at least to the op-ed. Some people are still looking for the sports. This is called let's take Gemara Megillah today and look. Let's learn some chapters in the Megillah through the eyes of Chazal. How Chazal are looking on the Megillah. Look a second. I mean, but look at the Daf Tetvav Amud Bet. In the middle of the white lines, Tanu Rabbanan. The first word in the line is Shechotzetz. Daf Tetvav Amud Bet. The first word in the line is Shechotzetz. Tetvav Amud Bet. Right? Shechotzetz, right? Tanu Rabbanan. Daf Tetvav Amud Bet in the white line. Tanu Rabbanan. Tetvav Amud Bet in the middle of the white lines. Tanu Rabbanan, something is here. Tanu Rabbanan. Ma ra'ata Esther shezimna et Haman. You have to understand the question. Esther, let's follow the dates. Let's follow the sequence of the Megillah. Mordechai finds out, can you please take out the Gemarot? Look a second in the Megillah. Let's look in the Megillah. The Chumashim for everyone. Before Bayom HaShlishim, what time Mordechai was here? When did Haman send the Igrot? Please look a second in the back. No. Yeah, but look a second at page 1255. 1255. Remember, Haman is convincing Ahasuerus to give him permission to annihilate the Jews. He's giving him the ring. Keep the money. So let's read.
So 2 days before Pesach.
Exactly. No. This is but next year. Yes. So look at Yud-Bet. Look at Pasuk Yud-Bet. Listen carefully. This is the document being sent to every state and city. ויקראו סופרי המלך בחודש הראשון 13 יום בו. So this is Yud Nisan, right? Describes our assembly. ויקטב ככל אשר ציווה המן הלך אשדר פני המלך לפחות שהמדינה ושרי המדינה נכתב. What is the message that everyone is getting? Remember, we're sending it out on Yud Nisan. And then the document says, להשמיד, פסוק י"ג, להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד את כל היהודים מנער ועד זקן, 11 months, exactly 11 months from today, yes? ביום אחד, 12 בחודש, 12 בחודש אדר, so they have 11 months from the day the decree came, okay? Fine. והמלך והמן ישבו לשתות. You really want to see how evil these two are. You realize after you sign the party, ישבו לשתות. לשתות means always drinking wine, but then is fine. Okay, Mordechai פרק ד' begins. Mordechai found out about this secret document. He's walking publicly. ויזעק זעקה גדולה ומרה. Okay. So Esther is puzzled. Turn the page a second. Esther is puzzled.
Was it on the 14th, we could say, or the 13th?
Most likely 13. Let's go. We are sick. So
the 13th.
We are sick.
They hear right away.
He had it right away. Mordechai publicly demonstrates his. Okay. Pasuk Vav. So look, we are in Perek Dal. Pasuk Zayin. Vayaged lo Mordechai. Mordechai is telling Hatach, who is the private, right?
fasting on Pesach.
רגע, את כל אשר קראו בעת פרשת הכסף אשר המן לשקול על גזעי המלך ביהודים. The fact that he's willing to spend so much money shows how determined he is. Now he's showing him, פסוק ח', ואת פתשגן כתב הדת אשר ניתן בשושן להשמידם נתן לו, he gives him a copy of the decree, להראות את אסתר ולהגיד לה ולצוות עליה לבוא אל המלך להתחנן לו ולבקש מלפניו על המה. Everyone knows, let's follow slowly. ותאמר פסוק י' ותאמר אסתר להתך ותצווהו על מרדכי כל עבדי המלך ועם מדינות המלך יודעים, even though she is the queen, אשר כל איש ואישה אשר יבוא אל המלך אל החצר הפנימית, whoever goes into this special chamber, אשר לא יקרא אחת דתו לעמי לבד, מאשר יושיט לו המלך את שרביט הזהב החיה, unless he's extending his scepter. ואני לא נקראתי לבוא אל המלך זה 30 יום. So remember, many people, and us also, are raised as if she's, she's reluctant. But she talks with a lot of sechel. Listen good what she's really telling you. The decree is 11 months from now.
No, wait till I get called in.
I am the only chance you have. I'm the queen.
Yeah.
He didn't call me in 30 days. Obviously, he's going to
Call me
invite
any
me.
day now. Any day
So
now.
what is the hurry? Why should I put my life in the line? And if the answer is no, I'm out. So she's not trying to get out of it. She's saying this is very loud. He is telling her, ויאמר מרדכי להשיב לאסתר, אל תדמי בנפשך להימלא את בית המלך מכל היהודים. Mordechai is suspecting, maybe deep inside, the reason why she's doing it because she's really he doesn't know. Logically, it makes a lot of sense what he's saying. But כי אם החרש תחרישי בעת הזאת, רווח והצלה יעמוד ליהודים ממקום אחר, ואת ובית אביך תובענו. מה זה את? ובית אביך תובענו. מה זה בית אביך? ומי יודע אם לעת כזאת ירד למלכות. Please remember that מרדכי, בן יאיר, בן שמעי, בן קיש, איש ילידי. We are descendants of Shaul. Shaul blew it. This is your chance and my chance to rectify it. If you are not doing it, we are going to be saved. ואת ובית אביך, your chance to rectify.
Rabbi, if we do it, we say, "Hevet dan in kol echad lekavzeh."
Yeah. Sammy, good. Sammy said, "Bemet ma tshuva ben." When I look at him, standing online, Burger King, I have to say he's very thirsty. He's going to. But when it comes to the safety of the Jewish people, you have to ask more than that, Sammy. Why is Mordechai telling you? He's telling you logic is good and he's seeking Washington, but when the safety of the Jewish people are at stake, we have to do immediately whatever we can do. זאת אומרת, even though I'm obligated to be done לקו זכות, but the fate of the Jewish people are online. Let's do it.
So that's my favorite section of the whole Megillah, when you get the opportunity, if it's right there in front of you.
Correct. ותאמר אסתר להשיב על מרדכי, לך כנוס את כל היהודים הנמצאים בשושן. Remember, this is on the 13th of Nisan, regarding a decree 11 months from now. She is convinced by Mordechai to do immediately. ותשומו עליי ואל תאכלו ואל תשתו 3 ימים.
14, 15,
Exactly.
It's not coming. Matzah, the whole 9 yards.
14, 15, and 16.
Fasting. Ramadan. They only eat at night. They only fast at day.
גם אני ונערותיי אצום כן, ובכן, I'll take the chance, fine.
באמת, this is daytime fast only.
נכון, אז כולם, באמת זה מחלוק. because many commentators wonder what gives Mordechai the power to cancel mitzvah Pesach. But we forget now the power. Matzah, mitzvah matzah.
So daytime fast.
בעיה, זה בעיה. לא, שם זה ויעבור מרדכי, ויעש ככל אשר ציוותה עליו אסתר.
She would be free.
The question is,
The
question is,
Oh, you said it
no, otherwise, otherwise, why is Esther so there? I mean, obviously she's fighting. If she's not fighting. מה זה ויעבור מרדכי, says the Gemara, we're not going to look into it. ויעבור מרדכי cancels Pesach, fine. Okay, now we know the rest. ויהי ביום השלישי ותלבש אסתר מלכות, and she is, okay. ויהי כראות המלך את אסתר המלכה עומדת בחצר, נשאה חן בעיניו, ויושת המלך is extending his scepter, ותקרא אסתר, ויאמר לה המלך, and you realize, think for a minute, put yourself in this, Achashverosh knows that there's something amazing, something very big that she has to ask. She was putting her life on the line. ויאמר לה אחשוורוש המלך, מה לך אסתר המלכה? מה בקשתך? עד חצי המלכות. Up to a certain point I'll give you. ותאמר אסתר, אם על המלך טוב, יבוא המלך והמן היום אל המשתה אשר עשיתי לו. Here the king is telling you whatever you want. Why does she say, why is she inviting? Why is she inviting you to a party? And by the party, come tomorrow night. I mean, here the king is telling you whatever you want, I'm going to fulfill. What is she doing? This is the question. Leave the Megillah open, go to the Gemara. No, but because the king understands.
telling you now, honey,
She's putting her life on the line. Obviously, she has something. Look at the Gemara. This is like she took a course in political science. Look, Tanu Rabbanan. You see Tanu Rabbanan? Tanu Rabbanan, Mara, Esther.
Midway in the middle, and midway in the white lines on the left side.
Okay, no, it doesn't. Tanu Rabbanan, yeah? Tanu Rabbanan. This is exactly the question the Gemara is raising, Daf Tetvav Amud Bet, in the middle of the white lines. Mara ata Esther shezimna et Haman. Tell him right away. Rabbi Eliezer Omer, Pachim tamna lo, שנאמר, יהי שולחנם לפניהם לפח. פחים הכוונה, פח. She's right. She's basically digging the little. It is exactly what he said. Haman. Rabbi Yeshua Omer, מבית אביה למדה, שנאמר, יריס, אם רעב שונאך, אכילהו לחם.
Keep your enemies close.
But this is exactly what he said. But not only close, make him feel. I really care for you. רבי מאיר אומר, כדי שלא ייטול העצה וימרוד. She is afraid. Remember, we know the end of the story that is being hung right away. She is afraid that from the time she is revealing כנמכרנו אני ועמי, till he is going to be punished or whatever, שלא ימרוד. רבי יהודה אומר,
he's the general, yeah.
He's in charge. I mean, he has all the power. Who knows the troops? He might mobilize and make an rebel. Rabbi Yehuda אומר, כדי שלא יכירו בה שהיא יהודית. מה פירוש? Let's read one more piece. רבי נחמיה אומר, כדי שלא יאמרו ישראל אחות יש לנו בבית המלך, ויסיחו דעתם מן הרחמים. We are now in the midst of our fast. Everybody is praying.
Right, they'll put their faith in her and not in
we have our man in Washington, the Queen. Rabotai, I'm inviting Haman. Everyone knows that the decree came out from Haman, and the man that is enemy number one on the list, I'm inviting him to a party. שלא יסיחו דעת.
Like us, Rabbi, we don't have to pray anymore. We have Schumer. Look what he did.
He's a showman. Oh, by the way, they gave a softball interview with the New York Times. Took place in Madison High School on Sunday. Talked about all his childhood, growing up in Midwood, and his this and this neighborhood, and all that stuff. Softball. He took advice from his rabbi, lady rabbi.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture. Crazy.
Softball.
Miss Judith something.
Yeah, but you realize that the real leader of the Jews came out this week openly. רבי יוסי אומר, כדי שיהיה מצותה בכל עת, she wants to have him under control. He's unaware, but she doesn't want him to disappear for a minute, yes. רבי שמעון בן אומר, אולי ירגיש המקום ויעשה לנו נס. I have to entertain such a subhuman. רבי יהושע בן קורחה אומר, אסביר לו פנים כדי שיהרג הוא והיא. I'm going to play a game and I'm ready to be killed, me and him. Me and him. אז פה יש הרבה פירושים. I am going, not to shout of אסביר לו פנים. I mean, imagine in the presence of the king. Remember, what did Achashverosh think when she sang the party? There's a plot going on, or there is an affair going on. These two are Asbir lo panim. I'm going to be very nice to you. And Achashverosh might be jealous of me and he. Maybe you have a secret affair in both of us.
Maybe it's a conspiracy.
Asbir lo panim. At the party, I'm going to be very nice to him. Achashverosh is going to be very jealous, going to kill me and her.
So she's starting to get him jealous or something.
Anything could go wrong. Anything could go wrong.
רבן גמליאל אומר, מלך הפכפכן היה. מלך הפכפכן, אחשוורוש is a man that is always changing his mind based on, she doesn't know exactly what Achashverosh is going to say that night. תשמע. אמר רבן גמליאל, תשמע טוב, עדיין צריכים אנו למודעי. All these very wise plans that she has doesn't come to רבי אליעזר המודעי. נתניה רבי אליעזר המודעי אומר, קנאתו במלך. She wants the king to be jealous. קנאתו בשרים. Can you imagine from everyone in Washington, the only one, if people are jealous of a man, they are going already to do something to him. She's trying to create an environment that a man basically is going to be trapped, either by the melech, either by the sarim. Okay. Now, you should look further what it says. Skip. The last one is Lifnei Shevel Gaon. Before a man is falling down from the top, Hashem is raising him up. She wants him to feel that he is reaching the highest point of his life, feel very comfortable, because in real life, Lifnei Shevel, Lifnei Shenishbarim Gaon. That's a pasuk. Okay, skip few lines. Go now 7 lines from the bottom. Balayla hu nadeda shnat hamelech. See, balayla hu nadeda shnat hamelech. It's exactly the way. Balayla hu, remember? Yes, balayla hu. This is after the party.
After the first
party, it's more to realize. Yes. Amar Rabbi Tanchum nadeda shnat malko shel olam. Hashem, so to say,
made him not sleep.
No. First, Hashem is not sleeping, so to say.
Hashem himself.
Yes, I mean, this is the night that everything has to change. Rabbanan amru amre nadedu alyonim nadedu tachtonim. Okay, Rava Amar, listen carefully now. Shrat hamelech Achashverosh mamash. Nafla lei milta beda'atei. A thought is crossing his mind. Amar. Mai de Kaman, what's going on? There's a Minte Esther Lama. Remember, she puts her life on the line. And the only request she has is to invite Haman to a party. Dilma Ulai, Eitza, Kashak Leilave, Dahu Gavra Lemiktareh. Maybe she and Haman have a plot to assassinate me. But the truth is, he has good reason to think so. Okay? Which means the three are together, yes, alone. Hadar Amar, then he says, Achashverosh, Iachiv, so, Have, Gavra, Derachim, Lidave, Modave. No one in the kingdom
Is going to come tell me?
is informed. I'm the king. If the queen has a plot with him, obviously they have troops, other people to support.
There'd be a leak.
No one.
No one's going to.
Hadar Amar,
So it can't be true.
Hadar Amar,
Oh, wow.
Dilma, listen to this. Ika inish the avad bitivuta. Perhaps in the past, someone did me a very big favor.
And I didn't pay.
The law and I didn't pay.
Oh, so
I
They
didn't
say there's no point of notifying the king on anything.
Why should I help the king? He doesn't do
Maybe-
anything.
maybe-
He doesn't reciprocate.
Mishum
Wow.
Achi, therefore, Mimne Inshi Velo Megalu. This is why people figure out there's no point. Miyad, remember we read it in a second. בלילה הוא נדדה שנת המלך ויאמר להביא את ספר הזיכרונות. Let me see in the past that I forgot to. מיד ויאמר להביא את ספר הזיכרונות דברי הימים ויהיו נקראים מלמד שנקראים מאלה. וימצא כתוב, תראו טוב, מה פירוש המילה וימצא כתוב? וימצא כתב. I found out something that was written. כתוב sounds pleasant, not past. The pasuk should have said, וימצא כתב, מלמד, תשמעו את פלא. מלמד ששמשי מוחק.
Oh yeah, he was changing.
Look at the Rashi on top. Who is this character? New character is
Haman's son.
Shamshai. Look at the Rashi on top. Sofer HaMelech, Sonei Israel היה. How do we know? מימות כורש אבי. Okay? שנאמר בספר עזרא, this name, שמשי, שכתב שטנה על בניין הבית, עד שבא כורש וביתו. Are you aware of this? כורש in the beginning, Sefer Ezra begins with Koresh publicly, gives permission and invites the Jews to rebuild, to come back to Israel and to revive. Why did he stop? This fellow, this is written in the text.
Somebody told him there was going to be a rebellion.
Correct. Who is the one that sent him a message that the Jews don't give permission to the Jews? This is in the text. כמו שכתוב בספר עזרא, סימן ד', שבא כורש וביתו, ואף בימי Achashverosh Asakir. It's a shame we never go into Sefer Ezra, but it says openly in Sefer Ezra that they sent written messages to Koresh, and then again, when Achashverosh becomes the successor, they made sure. Malchut Achashverosh b'tchilat malchuto. This is text in Ezra. Anyway, Shamshi Mochek, he erased.
Was he Haman's son?
ככה הרבה אומרים. Anyway, here, Rashi is bringing two sources in ספר עזרא. תשמע, וגבריאל כותב, and this is a miracle. לכן כתוב, וימצא כתוב, לא כתוב, וימצא כתב. אוקיי. Achashverosh is asking, after he finds out that Mordechai was not rewarded, he's asking his servants, Ma na'asa yakaru, ma na'asa. How was Mordechai rewarded? Go to the next line. Go to line number 3. And they answer, Lo na'asa yimu labar. Nothing, we did not reward him. Says the Gemara, this. אמר רבה לא מפני שאוהבים את מרדכי, they didn't say it because they like מרדכי, אלא מפני ששונאים את המן. They know by now that The only reason Haman is making this plot is for one man, Mordechai. They want Achashverosh to like him.
Rabbi, I'm sorry, we can't hear you well with the book blocking you. Sorry.
I didn't know that the book blocks the.
Yeah, it's the voice a little bit.
This
Sorry.
is the source, the famous Hebrew saying, לא מפני אהבת מרדכי, אלא מפני שנאת המן. Very often you say something not because you care. Now, in Poland, between in Poland,
You hate the other guy.
in Poland between World War I, in Poland between World War II, one of the members of the Polish parliament was Meir Shapira. He was the founder of the yeshiva. And he spoke once in the Sun. The Sun was the parliament. And he spoke very strongly. We Jews deserve equal rights, this and that. So one of the priests in the gets up and he says, Rabbi, you're demanding rights. The fact that there are no pogroms, we don't kill you. This is the reward. The rabbi at the spot told him, all my life I wondered, how can you have the chutzpah to say lo na'asa? The king is asking you, how did we reward Mordechai? Lo na'asa. They are telling him lo na'asa. What about this? Was the reward? We didn't spit on him. We didn't punch him. This is they're answering him. There is a
We gave him.
we gave him.
We let him live, in other
The
words.
normal Jewish rabbi deserves humiliation.
We went easier,
This
We
is
didn't do
great.
it, do anything bad. We
Right,
didn't do anything bad.
This is exactly what it's about. Okay.
Let him be.
Look,
Wow.
לא מפני שאוהבים את מרדכי, אלא מפני שונאים את המן. Anyway, remember, now we have to fill up the gap. Haman is coming in early in the morning to get permission to hang Mordechai. Look a second, you see the pasuk? The pasuk is, לקנות את מרדכי על העץ אשר הכין לו. Tana, no Echin, you don't realize it, you prepare it for yourself. The light's playing at the wall. Asher Hechin lo. So you read it, Hechin lo means Hechin for Mordechai.
Yeah.
Hechin
Plain
lo,
words.
you are
The
asking
Mordechai.
permission for the tree that you
But Mordechai's crime was he didn't bow down to Haman. That was enough to kill
will
him.
see in a minute.
Because what Hashemaz was he careful to bow down to Haman.
ועשה כן למרדכי. Now that, remember, ויאמר המן בליבו, למי יחפוץ המלך לעשות יקר וגדולה את המלך? Which man in the kingdom deserves more than me? Yeah. Now remember, in the mind of Achashverosh, the man is sick. My horse, my crown. Now, I'm asking you a question. Someone comes to you and says to you, I'm giving you a big offer. Can you answer right away? Or you need 15 minutes a day to think.
Usually you need to
The
think.
fact that Haman says at the spot, Ish asher HaMelech hafez
It was
b'ikaro shows
already ready.
that this
It was
is
prepared.
Yes,
this
I'll
is
tell you
what
more.
makes Achashverosh very suspicious. I mean, on the spot, you know already. I mean, I asked you a second ago. It's early in the morning. The man has dreams sitting on my horse. The man has a dream to wear my
Take over the
crown.
kingship.
Anyway, he tells Haman, "Va'aseh ken leMordechai HaYehudi." I mean, can you imagine? This is the moment that everything is changing. Yes. אמר לי, מנו מרדכי? Which Mordechai?
They can't
The
believe
Jewish
it.
community has many people. אמר לי, היהודי. אמר לי, טובה מרדכי, יגאל יהודאי, there are plenty Jewish Mordechai. אמר לי, היושב בשער המלך. By now,
He knows.
okay, now listen to this. אמר לי, says Haman to Achashverosh, he's a Jew. Sagile bechad discounter. Give him the taxes of make him in charge on one county or on one river, and he would collect.
Give him money instead.
Amarle, but you realize how he looks at Jews. You realize what he's saying. Yes? Money. Give him money. Give him power. Amarle, hanami avle. Whatever you suggested now, give him also. Which means,
Oh,
besides,
it too.
That plus.
Havle nami, al tapel davar, mikol asher dibarti.
Both.
Okay, now, I saw last night something I never saw. The minute that Abishai says, forget now the mental, stage of Haman. Haman feels the biggest humiliation for him is not only that Mordechai is going to survive. He, Haman,
What do you get the reward?
has to go through New York.
And escort him.
The Perashat Vayikra says that as he's telling Mordechai to undress and wear special clothes, Haman wore the garments of Mordechai. This way, when he goes in the street, people would think
Will
that
recognize
Haman
him.
is Mordechai, which means he's already out, he's finished. But at least to
Avoid the
save the public
humiliation.
humiliation.
Wow.
Because I never understood, the Gemara says that his daughter,
Yeah, she.
Threw garbage on him.
don't you
She
recognize?
throws stuff.
Don't you recognize that the man leading the horse is your father? He was wearing the
I
garments.
thought she did it despite that. I thought she lost no
No,
respect for him.
no, normally you made a mistake.
That's why she
But if
fell.
you take this interpretation, it helps a lot. If he's dressed, remember, she's looking from the top.
Right.
You assume that
turban.
the turban, exactly, whatever he's wearing, she's looking at the man with the.
His outfit, yeah.
But guys, it's
Veils.
it's a mirror. It's a mirror to real life. You hear this? You have to do it no matter what. But at least people wouldn't realize.
Same face.
Aman, it's over. It's over for you, but saving face. Listen to this.
At the point, he didn't know he was gonna die.
No one knew.
You know, I'm just humiliated, that's
More
all.
more than
Going
But
bad
he
to
knew he
worse.
dropped.
No,
the plan.
You know, he's not that man walking yet.
The plan to assassinate Mordechai, to eliminate this guy. ויקח את המן את הלבוש ואת הסוס. חזר להשכחי דיית ורבנן קמי. Remember, follow now the sequence of events. Yudalet is the first day of the fast. Tetvav is Pesach. Now it's Tetzai. This is the third day. Yes. In Chumash, in Parashat Vayikra, Tetzai ben Nisan is the day that you offer the Omer. Korban HaOmer, right? Chadash becomes mutar on Tetzai. It says in Parashat Vayikra. So he's coming to the Beit Midrash to pick up Mordechai. Remember, this is underway. We know the story, but Aman is going now for Beit Achashverosh to take Mordechai. Mordechai doesn't know that he's coming to put him on a horse. Ashkechei diyat ve'rabanan kamei mach ve'lehu ilchot k'mitzah le'rabanan. He's teaching them how you take a mitzvah from the Omer. He's teaching them the halachot of the day. Kivan dechazia Mordechai ya'apik lekablei v'susei. Mordechai looks outside. Haman is there with the horse. He comes to pick him up. Meichad v'susei meichad beyadei, the special horse in his hand. Mirtad, he started to tremble.
Yeah.
This is a line.
What's gonna be?
People don't realize this line. Amalu Rabbanan, he says to all the students, Hai Rashia Niktar Nafshika is coming to assassinate you.
Get out of the way.
Zilu Mekameh, get out of the way, run for your life. I'm the target. Di Loti Kavu Begacharato, you should not be burned this fire.
Collateral damage.
Be'aisha Ata, but this is also a very interesting line. It Atev Mordechai Ve'kamle Nitzluta. In Jewish language, Mordechai knows it's the last moment of his life. He stands up to pray. Ata Aman, ve'yativ le'kamayu ve'orich ad le'sarik Mordechai le'tzluta. You have to give him credit. He didn't pick him up. Remember, according to Mordechai's understanding, he's coming to kill me.
Yeah.
Pick him up in the middle. No, he's waiting till Mordechai is finishing
Right.
the prayers.
It's like he's extending it
Meantime-
to courtesy, which is unwarranted.
Rabbi, didn't he ask him? Rabbi, did he ask him?
He doesn't want to do it.
It's like before you kill someone, your last wish. This is fulfilling.
Rabbi, I heard he.
Oh.
Did he ask them what they were learning, Rabbi? Did he?
In
Haman
the
didn't.
next line, I'm here.
Yeah.
Amar lehu, meantime, he has time to ask the students, "B'maya skitu, what are you doing here?" Amru lei, b'zman shebet hamikdash kayam, Man de menadev mincha, mighty melokum tzedisuta. Whoever donates flower offering has to bring some soda. Who mitkapel? Amar lehu, I mean, they explained to him in one line what the Omer is. Amar lehu, ata melokum tzedimcha yidchu. This handful, remember, they are unaware that he's coming to take Mordechai for a ride of joy. Ata melokum tzedimchu v'dachi 10,000 kikar kesef didi. This little korban, it is nothing.
Wow.
Stronger. What is he getting excited? I mean,
He knew his plans falling apart.
no, that's for sure. But why is he excited about this korban? If I would be a man, what would you expect Mordechai to learn? Mordechai knows it's over. So Mordechai should teach his students halachot of Kiddush Hashem. If you read the biography, very famous in Kovna, when they realized that the Nazis were starting to really exterminate Jews, so Mechona Wasserman gave a class. The class was halachot Kiddush Hashem. He expects Mordechai teaching Kiddush Hashem. Meantime, he's teaching them a korban that doesn't really exist today. Which means if you have this such of a faith, there's no chance
That his plan could go.
this is what he's getting excited. If he would teach Chod Kiddush Hashem, I understand. As far as you know, you're out. He's teaching them on korban that there's no Beit HaMikdash. I have in Flatbush, we used to have a video. We used to show it every year. There was a fellow in the Upper West Side. His name was Friedenson. Did you ever meet him? Now he was a Holocaust survivor, very intelligent man. He knew German, he knew Polish, German. He was a survivor. He says that by Simchat Torah, I forgot which year, maybe 43 or 44, he walked in not in a concentration, but a German labor camp. Somehow they didn't give them any work. Simchat Torah, so they decided to come together to sing. In the middle of singing, the commander comes in, he and his assistant, and everyone froze. Says, well, what are you doing here? He says, well, you didn't give us any work today. Today's a holiday. I mean, because he says to him, which song did you sing? So he says to Friedrich, translate to me in German, what did you sing? Ein adir keben amela, ein gedula katorah. So the German says to him, are you telling me that here you really believe? Ein adir keben amela. Friedrich says on the video, I was afraid to say yes, it would kill me at the spot. And he starts to go from one to, do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? No, everyone. Said in the back there was a young man says, yes, I believe. And he said it, everyone.
Somebody
He believed. Said Friedensson, he turns to his assistant and he says, if they can believe this here, I don't think our Führer can win.
Can't beat them.
This is what's happening here, you understand? A man realizes not only you're not learning Kiddush Hashem, you're learning halachot, you believe that Beit HaMikdash is going to be rebuilt, and you're going to bring the Korban HaOmer. This is really what, okay, I have to run tomorrow.
This is
Thank you,
definitely.
Rabbi Prentice.
Thank you, Rabbi.